practice, and that is learning through play. So, our practices, we have spoken about holistic approaches, responsiveness, and today we're going to talk about learning through play. So, children learn as they play, and importantly in play, children learn how to learn. That's a famous quote, and it's such an important part of what we do as educators, how we provide quality play for our little ones. So we're going to really get into a lot of detail. I hope this video isn't too long, but there's a lot of meat involved this week, so I hope you enjoy it and you learn something as well. So play provides a way for children to learn, to discover, create, improvise and imagine. Play is our brain's favourite way of learning. Now, characteristics of play. When we talk about play, there's lots of characteristics that come to mind, but it's active. It involves communication. It should involve risk, adventure. It needs to be meaningful. It's fun and involves social, interactive, and even symbolic. Play with other children. In play, children will develop social groups, test ideas, challenge thinking, build new understanding. Play provides opportunities for children to ask questions, solve problems, and engage in critical thinking, and it provides opportunities to expand children's thinking. One of the most important things about play is it enhances children's sense of well-being, and it helps little ones to build attachment. So educators will provide different types of play, including creative play, pretend play. So pretend can involve make-believe, role play, fantasy and small world play. And you will also need to provide for physical play, which involves fine and gross motor, exploratory play, which is exploring the environment using senses, manipulative play to develop fine motor skills, dexterity and hand-eye coordination, and constructive play, building using natural and manufactured items as children grow. So does the complexity of this particular type of play. You'll also need to consider literacy play, numeracy play. So there's lots going on when we talk about it. So educators will take on many roles. You'll use a range of strategies to support learning, and you will engage in sustained conversations to extend learning and thinking with children. Educators will model positive ways to relate to one another and help children to understand the rules of play, when it's unfair, and how to relate, importantly, to one another. You will create environments whereby there is creativity at the forefront. Children will be exploring, learning new things. Problem solving in play is very important, and construction is extremely important. You will also need to provide a balance between child-led and initiated activities in play, and also educator supported. So you'll get interests of children, and from there the children will follow in play. And then once you've observed play as an educator, you provide extension and you support their play. So for example, I saw one huge interest has been dinosaurs, and one of the things that they started to do in the sandpit was starting to dig up little rocks and things like that. So I set up a sensory tray with paint brushes. The children made fossils just from magic clay. They painted it, and they had to dust and dig for this in the sensory tray. Now in the sensory tray I had gold glitter scattered throughout, spaghetti, which looked a bit like hay, flour, and lots of interesting things in it. The children absolutely loved it. So that's what it means. You're developing play out of children's interests and into different areas. So you will take on when you see children involved in play, you will see and observe different types of play. So you'll see solitary play, spectator play, parallel play, partnership play, and cooperative play. And that's very important for when you're writing things and observing students in play. It's important to see how children play and interact with one another, how they play together, how they are developing in their friendships. Are they imitating one another? What equipment are they using? Are they just playing side by side with each other? Are they just playing by themselves all the time? These will give you little hints when you're planning for play of what you actually need to do individually for each student so that they can develop in play. And learning how to observe play is very important for when you're writing learning stories as well. So developing those skills just by doing them really, but being aware of those different types of plays that you're observing will certainly help. So you will also take on many different roles when you plan, support and review play. You will provide children with support, props, space and time to develop play. You will be an observer. You will learn when to intervene and when to stand back. You will watch, consult, plan, participate and play. And you'll also look for opportunities that develop skills and abilities that the children have. You provide opportunities to cooperate, develop friendships, take turns, resolve conflicts and problem solve, and develop knowledge and understanding of the world. So there's so much going on with play. And those are the different roles that you can develop over time. It's amazing that no matter how long you've been teaching, you can always learn. There's always something to learn. So one of the things I'll just remind you of, play is our brain's favorite way of learning. So just in this little presentation today, there's so much going on with what the children are learning through play. And also as educators, what we need to provide a stimulating environment that's engaged, that's moving, that's flexible. And play is a gift to childhood. When we plan play, we are giving children memories. We are building upon their futures and what they will become. So it's so encouraging to be able to be in this profession where we can do this for children, where we can give families the wonderful gift of play. Very, very exciting stuff. So